Today's video is for Wednesday, and that is, lesson 7. And for lesson 7, I want to quickly review how do we multiply with decimals. Let's say you're given 0.05 times 60. When you multiply with decimals, you want to initially pretend the decimals are not there. So initially, you can imagine this problem as 60 times 5. Okay, if the decimal was not there, this would just be a regular 5. Multiply just like you do regular numbers by regular numbers. 0 times 5 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30. Okay, then you need to put the decimal back into the answer. Now, there are 2 digits behind the decimal in the first number. There are no digits behind the decimal in the second number. Okay, so a total of 2 digits behind the decimal, which means we move in 2 spaces, and our answer would be 3, or you could write that as 3.0. Okay, so that's a quick review of how to multiply with decimals. Also, a quick review. This is the percent equation that we went over yesterday. This equation is good for you guys to be really familiar with. If you take the percent times the base, that will give you the part. P stands for percent, the B stands for the base, which is the total or the whole amount, and A is the part of the total. Okay, remember, anytime you plug in a number for percent, you have to write it in decimal form first. You can't do math with a percent. You can do math with decimal numbers, though. Second thing that we went over yesterday, oftentimes when you're doing a math problem, the word of means multiply, and the word is means equals. Keep that in mind as we do this next example problem. %28 of 62 is what number? Now, to solve this problem, remember that of in math typically means multiply. Is typically means equals. And then we can just drop these numbers straight down. 62 drops down between the multiplication and equal sign. And because we cannot do math with a percent, I need to make 28% a decimal number before I drop it down. So I just move the decimal over 2 spaces to the left. This becomes 0.28. 28% of 62 is what number? What number is an unknown that we can represent with a variable? I'm going to choose the variable A because I know that the percent equation is percent times base equals part. 28 is my percent, 62 is my base, the part is the unknown that I'm trying to solve for. So in order to solve for A, I need to do some multiplication. First, I'm going to ignore the decimal points and pretend it's just 62 times 28. 8 times 2 is 16. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 1 is 49. 2 times 2 is 4. 6 times 2 is 12. Add straight down. 9 plus 4 is 13. 4 plus 2 plus 1 is 7. Drop down the 1. Okay, so multiply the numbers without considering the decimal. Then we have to put the decimal back into this final answer. Looking back at the problem, I've got 2 digits behind the decimal in the first number, no digits behind the decimal in the second number. So total of 2 spaces I need to move. 1, 2. And my answer would be 17.36. 28% of 62 is 17.36. Okay, now when you guys are solving problems like this, always keep in mind what of and is typically mean, but also keep in mind the percent equation as you solve. Now for today, I am going to let you use a calculator. Okay, so because I'm letting you use a calculator, I am going to be very picky about needing to see this work right here. Okay, even though I'm going to allow you to use a calculator to do the multiplication math, I need to see this work on your worksheets. This is basically you translating into math language, translating of to times, is to equals, writing 28% as a 0.28. Okay, I need to see this work if you want to get credit. Okay, so as long as you show the work that I have in pink here, that's great. And then you can use your calculator to do the math, the 0.28 times 62, which we already found to be 17.36. Okay, one last example we'll do together. 0.8% of 50 is n. In this problem, we need to solve for the unknown variable n. I know that of means multiply, and is means equals. The 50 can just drop straight down. The n, the unknown, can just drop straight down. Okay, but before I drop the 0.8% down, I need to change this to a decimal number. To go from a percent to a decimal, you have to slide the decimal point 2 spaces left. So I'll fill in this hole with an additional 0. 0.8% as a decimal is 0.008. Okay, again, this is the work I absolutely need to see on your worksheet. Translate from English language to math language. Then again, I'm okay with you guys using a calculator to do this multiplication. To find n, we have to multiply 0.008 times 50, and I get 0.4. So n, my unknown, is 0.4. Okay, this is the worksheet you guys are assigned to do today. Solve for the unknown in each scenario. Notice it says show your work. I need to see you translate from English language to math language. I'll do number 1 with you to show you the work that I absolutely need to see. 22% of 36 is blank. 22% as a decimal is 0.22. Of means multiply oftentimes in math. Drop down the 36. Is means equals. So in order to solve this problem, I need to multiply this out. From this point on, I'm okay with you guys bringing out a calculator. 0.22 times 36 is 7.92. Okay, the work I am underlining right now is the work I absolutely need to see.